drank last night. Walked around, listened to my music. I just needed to get away, you know. Am I gonna be hungover? Possibly. But I just got my period. So kind of fitting, I think. If I feel crappy and then don't want to be going through having to face down the contractor and, you know, you screwed up, own up to it. So I think it is kind of fitting, you know. I'm in no mood to meet with her. Because, remember, you have to always bear in mind how much I liked her. Okay? How much I liked her. The degree to which I just despise any type of confrontation, you know. Anyway, my plumber has never seen anything like that, where you're supposed to be able to separately run your tub. You're not supposed to have to be putting on your tub water and reaching down to feel it and worrying about shower water coming down on your head. He's never heard of her theory that air gets going through there and it'll fix itself. And it hasn't fixed itself, and it's bullshit. He says, he looked at me, he smirked. Not smirked, what is it? What's that word? It's not a smirk. It's like, yeah, right. You know, it's not true. Do you know how long he's been in this business doing plumbing? He's never fucking heard of that. They fucked up. They put things incorrectly somehow. Somehow. If it was a professional plumber that did it, that's fucking scary. I don't even know if she'll tell me the truth. But I guess she will have to tell me the truth, because she'll either have a professional plumber back here fixing the stuff. And if he's back here and I ask him and he says, I didn't do this originally, then I'll know. So she may as well be upfront with me, right? This female, this contractor I hired, thinking she was going to be doing the work on my house because she told me so. I outright asked her. It wasn't just an omission on her part. She told me she would be doing it. So that was misleading to the millionth degree. But if, you know what I mean, if it wasn't the plumber that installed this and she'll have to get a plumber back here to do it, her plumber or whatever, then I will ask him what happened, and he'll say, I didn't do this, Laura. So she would be caught in a lie if she doesn't own up to the fact that her guys did it. And I have a right to know what happened. I've never met this plumber. I'm going to say, what happened? What happened? Why is this doing this? You know? They'll have to take that whole panel off. I told you a trade woman is involved. I'm glad she's gotten involved. But when she's talking to someone at Lowe's, that somebody at Lowe's is not looking at my particular house and the structure of it. And like I said, my plumber says he understands why there's such a big gap there. It has to do with the structure of the house or something or other. But it's still not right. And he said that the biggest sin, if you will, the biggest thing that this contractor did wrong was lack of communication with me. He said you should have been warned, you should have been told that you're going to come home and see big gaps in your wall. And then, you know what I mean, that your thing that was there, that was all one piece, because it was, when the house was built, put in, that it's now replaced with 4 pieces, and there's going to be gaps. I should have been fucking warned, so I didn't have to go through this hell of just like, what the fuck, thinking that it's going to get water behind and all this crap. But even if those gaps are supposedly designed to not have water go behind there, the Lowe's person told Churchwoman that that's a load of bullshit, that water will eventually get behind there, and it should be sealed at the top as double protection. It should be sealed at the top all around, and that whole gap should be sealed, but sealant. And again, the Sterling expert says you're not supposed to do that, or it's not necessary, and all this crap. So I hate discrepancy, Kurt. It pisses me off just no end. So even if me, Church, when we were all wrong, we were wrong to an extent, but we were not 100% wrong. See, those gaps are supposed to be there with that 4-piece contraption. There's no way you're not going to have that. But when Sterling experts are saying there's not necessary to seal it or use caulking or whatever, the person who sells them said that's a load of bullshit to Churchwoman. Okay? He said it's a load of bullshit. And I want to know exactly how this thing was built. And my plumber said in no uncertain terms I should have been warned. And that was the biggest problem, lack of communication. Flabbergasted, that's what it is. He was flabbergasted that I was not told, my mom and I were not told what they were putting in place of what we had there. Okay? Same with the closet doors. You can't just take out my runners and put those cheap contraptions in that don't work any better anyway, if not worse. They work no better than my runners did. Okay? Yeah, my closet doors weren't working the greatest, but I had planned on possibly replacing them, paying somebody. You just can't take my runners out, put flat stuff there, and put those horrible contraptions. I had no right to do that. You're the one that told me up front, everything has to be back the way it was. The insurance company has to pay for it. It has to be back the way it was. It's not fair. Brown gunk down the bottom. The reason I was looking down the bottom of that thing that hangs over, was because I thought it looked like it was pushed out and has to be pushed back in, which means it has to be taken apart. You can't just push it back in. But I want to see if there can be less of a gap there. And I want to know what that brown got, because my plumber had no clue. He's like, I don't know what that is, Laura. It's all sticky and brown and gross, and where did it come from? Where did that fucking crap come from that's down there? It's not on the other side. Remember, these sides mirror each other. One side of the shower where all the faucets are, and the panels, what not. The whole contraption, opposite sides are supposed to look the same, except one gap is much bigger, but also this brown gunk down the bottom. Wait. I would have never known it was there if I wasn't all upset about this gap and wondering what was happening and wondering if it got popped out, but it's not supposed to be glued anyway. It's supposed to snap together. So what the fuck is that gross shit? Ugh. And then the sink leaking underneath. I mean, and the tub drain not holding water. The tub drain being installed incorrectly. The sink, something not being. I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of different stuff. All adds up to me being very upset. Tell me what happened, Samantha. And she'll probably be like, I don't know, Laura. So who installed this stuff wrong, Samantha? I shouldn't use Samantha. That's a fake name I use for my mom. So tell me what happened. What went wrong, Danielle? To be honest with you, Laura, I don't know. We messed up, sorry. I mean, you didn't personally mess up, but you didn't. Your fault, your flaw, your whatever, your sin, in quotations, was not making sure everything was working properly before sending us home. Not checking the work of your employees, checking it over, so to speak, if you will. It's like, tell me what happened, Danielle. Why are all these things wrong? Who did it? Who's to blame? Plumber? Or your men? Who messed up? Who's to blame? Plumber or your men? Let's see what she says. How does a professional plumber mess shit up like that? You're professional. I mean, I don't know. It's giving me a headache, My head hurts. Thankfully, not literally. My head isn't hurting. I don't feel that great, but again, I just now got my period, I woke up with my mouth really dry. I didn't drink enough water, have enough fluid yet. I could have a hangover. I'm drinking water now, you know. I've tried to put myself back to sleep. Unfortunately, you know, if I'm drinking a full 16 ounces of water, I might fall back to sleep and then regrettably I'll wake up again because alright, so talk to me. You who are younger than me, or even if you're not, but I don't know, I would want to talk to if someone's around my age, I guess. Anyway, I admittedly, when I was younger, I didn't, like, watch the news and stuff as much as I do now, okay? And yeah, I know back when I was growing up, or in my 20s or whatever, I mean, we had our share of serial killers, of course. I'm not saying there weren't murders and this and that, but I really don't think it was like it is nowadays. Am I right? I mean, within a few days, 3 different mass killings. Like, boom, 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 people. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, literally, within just a few, I'm hearing just within like, I'm like, Mom, there's another one, and I've told you what they were last week. Because now we're on a new week. It was last week or into the week, I don't know, something like that, but it was day after day. First was the bank one. And it wasn't a bank robbery. Guy went into a bank in X state, X city, that was Sebring, Florida, I think. Went into a bank and executed the employees in there, made the women lie on the floor, the female employees in that bank, and then one customer female, and executed them one by one. Okay. And then, like a day or two later, but I know it was all within a very short time period, was the one in the campus near Pennsylvania State Camp, you know, college campus, whatever. The guy's at a restaurant, shoots his girlfriend, doesn't kill her. I don't know what kind of condition she's in, though. Sometimes you might hear injured there, but she could be in critical condition and die later anyway. But I don't know. Anyway, he shoots his girlfriend. Randomly shoots dead a father and son who were there eating. Takes off. Goes to a nearby house, breaks in, shoots there's a married couple that live there, elderly, shoots the guy dead, the husband, while the wife is huddled in the bathroom, knowing she's next. I mean, she knows she's next. If she's religious, she's sitting there praying because she knows she's going to be next and die. But he doesn't kill her, and then he turns the gun on himself, shoots himself, and he's dead. And then the guy, you know, shoots dead his girlfriend, her brother and father, and then goes in and kills his own parents. And the dad is not quite dead, and with his last dying breath, he points out that his son is the one that did it. And his son is he's on the run. He travels like 1,000 miles to his grandmother's house was already warned. She went to a hotel that he might be coming there, and she knows that he just killed her child, because I don't know which grandparent it is, on the mother's side, the father's side, but he killed both his parents, so, she's already had that loss, but he can't, and the police are waiting for him, And that's just boom, boom, boom. One after the other. I'm already just reeling from one, and then I hear another one, and then I hear another one. I'm like, oh my God. I know it's not just that I watch the news more. I know that it's not that a lot of times these are people that they had no, a lot of times they have no kind of criminal record. There was no warning signs, nothing. So a lot of times people who say that stricter gun laws would have changed this, you can't just stop anybody from getting a gun. You just have no reason, Of course, ignorant people just say there should be no guns whatsoever. Just do away with guns. Then we won't have all the, even experts would tell you that's a bunch of loaded bullshit. And I 100% adhere to the belief, 100% of, if you get rid of all the guns, only the criminals would have guns. Criminals would be the only ones with guns. Okay. But that's what people who don't have the ability to think in a critical manner, examine things closely from all avenues, all perspectives, all, they're just saying no guns and there wouldn't be all these kills. Yeah, that's a simplistic view of reality. It simply is not true, and it doesn't take into account the sad fucking truth. If guns were outlawed, if there were no guns at all, only the criminals would be the only ones with guns, That Uber driver, he was recently on the news again because I think he's been in jail waiting his trial or something. I forget, but I remember the story. He decided to just randomly kill people, but it was totally random, and in between gunning people down dead, he was still picking up his passengers and not killing them, you know what I mean? It's like, so someone would get in his car and they don't know that he has just gunned down a stranger down the street, you know. I mean, it's unbelievable. They're gonna know after he's caught that it could have been me. I was in the cab in the car, Uber, chatting away with this guy, and he 5 minutes beforehand, unbeknownst to me, he just had killed some people. I mean, what was his motive? He felt like killing people. You just randomly start killing people you don't know, then your motive is you feel like killing people. What other motive? There can't be a motive. When you kill people, you do know there's some kind of motive. You know, like that. Yeah, like I said. I mean, it's just... scary, huh? And literally, these people were just out, this father and son were just out eating at a restaurant. You know, you could be eating at a restaurant and somebody at another table pulls out a gun on the person they know, but then he shoots dead the father and son for the hell of it after he's shot his girlfriend, and apparently he didn't shoot her dad. And I mean, it's like, what the... You know, there's no warning. It's just, oh my God. It's unreal to me. Unreal. And it is a little bit different. It's different, you know, than a school shooting. It's planned. The one who shoots up schools, I mean, they plan to go there and do that. Or shoots up any big, or plants bombs, or does what they're planning that. That's, you know. But that guy, he might have gone there to planning on shooting his girlfriend. He brought the gun with him, he pulled the gun. And, like, what the hell? But he didn't know that he didn't plan on shooting. You know, he didn't know who he was going to kill next. Or maybe it's mind-blowing to me. You know, again, it's different than somebody who walks into a place like a bank and executes the people in there, or whatever, you know. This is making me sleepy. Do you know what I mean? People is like, what the fuck? No one's safe anywhere. You just don't know. Comes. I have my period. I'm not in the best of moods. Just talk to me. Tell me what happened. Tell me what went wrong. Please. Alright, peeps, I'm gonna try to go back to sleep.